Good morning, traders, and God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard, your host for this pre-market session. And each morning we'll be listening for stocks to be called out, plus we will be watching for stocks to pop up in this scan over here. Pay attention to these numbers. If you see something green and moving, it's probably moving. Also, we will be watching this current bar volume when we select the stock. We want to see this volume really flying. We want to see a battle going on between the buyers and the sellers. This label is the volume in this very last candle. We also want to see the money flow indicator. We want this green line above this yellow line. Preferably, everything looks just like this. And if you are new here, make sure that you don't just come here and try to spend your money thinking you're going to get lucky. It's not as easy as it looks. Make sure you trade on paper, write down your entry, your exit, and your results. If you continue to be profitable on paper, then trade small share size and real money. If you continue to be profitable with real money, the only thing you need to do to increase your profit is increase your share size. Also, I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you reach out to the proper authorities before you take any of my advice or use any of my indicators. Also, over in your active trader, make sure your TIF is on EXT so you don't miss a trade. I've seen a few stocks moving this morning. Nothing really that important, it doesn't look like. Maybe LHAI might go up at the top of the hour. We will have to wait and see. But everything's been pretty much minimal. Just remember this is Friday, and later in the session, they will start taking profits and probably drive most stocks downwards. So be careful, be aware of that. Watch out for pump and dumps. And I'll be back shortly. Haven't seen too much moving this morning. I think the other one was TSLQ, maybe, and QBTS. 1 minute to go. Yeah, LIDR moved a little bit. There's 3 or 4 of them out there. And good morning, YouTubers. Thank you for joining me this morning. Let's see if we can't put a little bit of money in your pocket. We have had some YouTube issues this week. Yesterday was the worst, I think. Maybe we'll have a better day today. About 20 seconds to go. All right. Good luck to everyone. Don't take any chances and don't guess. Be very careful here. The stock is already up. They may be waiting for us to come in so they can all sell. Looks like they figured out we're not coming in. Now they're dropping it. Let's take a look at the SPY real quick and see which direction it's headed. It's headed nowhere, of course. A little bit of red. IXHL under $1 currently, around 80 cents, 99 cents. I don't play these cheaper stocks, but for those penny players out there, here you go. This might be your shot for a nickel or two. And thank you, Majika. SOWG. Don't know why the voice ain't talking. What's going on here? There we go. Currently at $1.83. Lots of volume coming in on this one. We have a good battle going on right here in the label in that current candle. And I am running a 5-minute chart this morning. Let's see if it'll push up there. Give us 25, 30 cents maybe. Looks pretty strong at the moment, pushing a little higher. Pay attention to this money flow. It moves very fast. If you start seeing red up here, might be time to take your money out or sell partial shares, however you see it. Pushing up to 212 now. Try to sell on the spikes upwards, or they may turn right around and start selling it off. We may push back up here a little bit. Money flow's still very strong on this stock. Those are just profit takers driving it down just a little. I do see red on the money flow now. It's warning us that they may pull out.
AAL.
AAL looks like American Airlines moving a little bit. We'll stick with this one until the party's over. Watch for long wicks on the bottom of this candle. If we break this level here, it's probably going to break out again. Heavy selling going on. Money flow's been red. It gave us a warning early when the price was still up here. Make sure you pay attention to this thing. It'll save you some money. Good job, develop 3. Good job, Gary. Make sure if you post stock picks, put them in capital letters so that I can find them quickly. Make sure you check the volume on them. Make sure the volume is moving because a dead stock does us no good. IBIT, no volume, not moving. It's just crawling. We want action. We want high volatility stocks. We're looking for those that you can't control. They are all over the place. OCTO don't like the tall wicks on the top of these candles. Those are sellers keeping the price down. Might be a struggle to get any higher unless a big volume of buyers comes in.
COUR. COUR.
COUR volume is very low. You can see it here in the label. Would be a high risk play, hard to get in, hard to get out when the volume is this low. Probably not advisable to tie your money up in that one yet. We need a lot more volume in this stock.
COUR.
Only 5,000 shares traded in that candle. Also, the spread's a little high, up at 10 cents a share. It's going to cost you to get in. Got a spread label here if you haven't found it yet. Once it exceeds 9 cents a share, it turns red. OCTO. Looks like it's finally breaking through all of the sellers that were causing all of those tall wicks. Maybe it'll climb higher now. Let's see what happens. Volume is up to 1,000,001 on this one candle. This is a 5-minute candle. Pushing higher now, up to 240. Money flow looks good. Want to see this green line getting longer. That means that the push is getting stronger. Up to 235, was up to 240, kind of dropping back some.
VOIL.
Must be a bunch of bag holders on this stock. It seems like they're selling and capturing anything they can get out of it. Buyers seem to be getting a little stronger. Money flow line is growing taller. Not the run I'm looking for. I have not purchased this stock. Need a nice, clean, no struggle run to the top. You can see with all this activity up here, even though it looked really good, this money flow said no. This is not a good one.
DNUT.
If we get above this yellow line and start pushing, that's when the stock will start really getting up there with a lot of momentum. That was OCTO. Let's check DNUT. It's been moving all week. No volume there.
YANG. QS.
Well, it's looking like a Friday, that's for sure. Well, my plans were to hit pre-market pretty hard this morning and sit out the regular session. Well, what am I going to hit? Nothing is moving. And for a dime, if you scroll way up, I posted all that information this morning.
ABAT.
Look for some white images.
ABAT.
ABAT. Not seeing any volume here, just one or two people buying it to create the high, but there's no volume.
YANG.
YANG was called out once already this morning. Actually, it's been called out 13 times. Nothing there either. If you're unfamiliar, this is how many times the stocks have been called out this pre-market session. Not this session, but since the market opened at 4 a.m.
YANG. YANG.
All right, we'll go back to YANG, see what's happening. Maybe the volume's picking up here. It does not look like it. Just an occasional buyer coming in. We don't have a battle going on. We want a battle. We want to slip in and slip out unnoticed. We can't do that when the volume's not moving.
YANG.
There's that occasional buyer. Might be news on this stock. I haven't looked. Maybe they're coming in slowly on some news. They have to be buying it for a reason, not just out of the blue. But then again, they could be buying it out of the blue. Who knows nowadays? Thank you, Dan. Guess we knew that by the name, right? Yang.
DNUT.
D-Nut. Which way are you headed this morning? Lou, I don't pay that much attention to the market. I wait for these things to spike in the morning and I'm done with it. I don't do any research or anything on any stocks whatsoever. I monitor buyers and sellers, and I've got indicators that tell me where they are. That's all I'm interested in. I'll let all them do the dirty work, and I'll just ride it with them when they fire up on the charts. I don't care about news. I don't care about John Doe said buy this. I'm looking for buyers and seller volume that's out of the ordinary, and that's what we play here. If there's good news, the stock will spike. It'll pop up on my scans, and we'll play it. Plus, how do you interpret news? I've seen some of the best news drive a stock down in the dirt. I've seen some of the worst news that wasn't as bad as they thought it was going to be drive stocks sky high. So, how are you going to base it on news? SOWG. Sold off a little bit earlier. Maybe a bounce up off the bottom. Money flow looks good. Volume looks pretty good. Let's see if they can drive it past that line I already set up there. That would be the only time I would be interested in buying it. Plus, I have a trailing stop set in here. All stocks that we buy need to be above this trailing stop, not below it.
QS.
You got that right, develop 3. Friday, you got to be really careful. Right now, it looks like I could have slept in an extra 30 minutes. SAIA popping up down here. Very expensive stock. Probably just one or two buyers. Nothing important. One big candle. If they could have told us before they were buying, we could have made $30 a share. And then probably couldn't get out then.
IONQ.
No volume here on IONQ.
QS.
Don't know what you see in NVEE. There is nothing here. Make sure you check them. Saves me some clicking. LIDR bouncing around on the bottom. Not looking too promising. These lines are laying pretty flat down here. We want to see them like this, not like this. They do have some buyers trickling in on LIDR, but they also have some profit takers as those buyers come in. LHAI on the screen, still below the white line. Money flow still laying flat.
TSLR.
Just a few buyers coming in, no high volume on this one.
TDTH.
See you later, Joby. Have a blessed one. Definitely not looking good for this Friday morning.
TSLR.
Still very low volume on TSLR. Momentum could pick up later on this stock. It's been moving recently. IXHL, thank you, Arizona Ron. Let's see if it'll work, but I don't think it will, but we can try, I guess. I won't be buying it. I don't buy these cheaper ones.
DECK.
Made some money on DECK yesterday in after hours. That might be a good mover. Let's see what it's doing. If I can type it in correctly.
TSLL.
And XTC looking up from the bottom. Checking out the volume, it's still slow. Let's see if the buyers start coming in.
APLD.
Looks like APLD may be breaking first. Here, let's take a look at it.
APLD.
And being repeated in the stream. Volume is still low. Hopefully it wasn't just a few people. And all of a sudden it just dies. Volume stuck at 17,000. in my back. I had to get my hammer out of the garage and beat on the microphone. A lot of sellers on this one. Real struggle trying to get it any higher. They've made several pushes, but failed attempt. And here we go again. Watch that money flow carefully. It drops down when the buyers give up. Maybe we can push through the sellers here. Let's see if they can do it.
INQ. VCYT.
Still a few wicks on the top. That was Discord knocking my mic out again. Can't wait to get off this platform. Get over to volumespikes.com. Buyers are taking over here on PHIO for the breakout. What a battle that was. Pushing right on up now, 354 on the high. Take those profits. You don't know how much more you're going to get out of it. Take some profit anyway. Lock something in up here. It was a real struggle. Buyers are keeping it up. Money flow still north. I'm going to sell it right here. It doesn't look like it's got any more to it. 220 for me, 1,000 shares, 22 cents. Thousand shares is my minimum. I prefer up higher than that. Has not sold off yet. There may be some latecomers here to drive it up for a little bit more. Money flow still looks fairly nice. Let's see if we can get a new high out of it. The struggle is real. It's not going. Well, we got a little bit of money in the bank.
PHIO.
There's that little push. They broke for a new high. Money flow never really came down. It kept you in there.
PHIO.
Didn't know how much more it was going to go. That's why I suggested take what you could get. Now we're up to 397.
IONQ.
Pretty good run there on the top. And continuing the spike up to 415. There'll be some profit takers up here. It popped up on the scan. For me, it did anyway.
VCYT.
YouTubers, I'm going to let you run over a little bit here. About 7:05, I'm going to have to cut you loose. Good job, YouTubers. Everybody making money over there.
IONQ.
Went to a 5-minute chart to knock out some of the volatility. It's easy to trade. This is all you have to watch. It's like having a no-second chart instead of a 1-minute chart. If you watch the body of this candle, this is your current price. You can tell what's going on just by watching the body resize itself. No different than a 1-minute. It's just that they're all crammed into one candle, but it's a smoother transition. Keeps you from jumping out when you see a 1-minute red candle when you should have held. All right, 30 seconds before the top of the hour. Let's see if some news breaks here and we can maybe get another play in. That was a real battle there. The buyers never gave up, continued to push, finally broke through. All right, let's see what happens if anything else starts to run. We just got past the top of the hour.
BOIL.
BOIL. It's been up several times this morning. It's moving too slow to make a scalp on. Well, thank you, Lord. We got one in this morning. Pretty good one, I might say. Had to wait for the right click, though. It was a struggle getting up there. HTOO popping up in the scan. Let's see what happens here. It's already flying. Watch the money flow closely.
HTOO.
That money flow starts turning red. Take some profit out of it. I don't think I'm going to chase this one. I kind of feel like it's at a high already.
HTOO.
And I may feel bad about not getting in later, but that's a pretty big run up from 5 to 840. Actually, 475 to 840. Let's see if they can keep it up there.
NVD.
Don't think I want to risk it. This usually looks like a pump and dump when they go from zero to hero. But the buyers seem to be keeping it up, so I may be wrong. Nice strong money flow, keeping the price upwards. Buyers are keeping it up pretty good. A lot of selling going on, though. Starting to develop that big wick on the top.
ATNF.
They couldn't keep it going.
ATNF.
Money flows reversing. The battle is over. ATNF moving. Let's try this one. $4 stock.
ATNF.
They getting called out pretty good now. Let's see if we can keep pushing here. I would trust this one more than the other one. A nice pop to 550 there. Keep an eye on money flow. Don't worry about the dips as long as money flows straight up. Those are profit takers. Buyer pushed right there. And pushing a little higher, just a spike up to 596. Let's see if we can get some more out of it. Buyers are holding it up nicely. Money flow still looking good. Few profit takers keeping it from running. Be careful of a pullback here. We are developing a long wick on the top. It should push back up if the buyers continue. Trying to get back up there now. Got some red on money flow. Trying to work its way back up. Hopefully we see a breakout here. Let's see if they can get enough buyers to keep pushing. We did work our way back up to the top. Money flow back negative. They are struggling now. Good job, D. Stacking, Aaron. Don't think we're going to make it any higher. Good job, Robert. Good job, Eddie, on YouTube. All right, YouTubers, I got to cut you loose. I got things to do with the premium members. I appreciate you joining me each morning. That's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I do this free on YouTube for 1 hour. Appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like what you see. Come back Monday morning. I'll be streaming live again starting at 5:55 a.m. Central. If you're interested in joining us, there's a label up at the top of your chat, but only join for 1 month at a time. We are transitioning over to volumespikes.com. And we'd love to have you on board. We do this 5 days a week. You get me 3.5 to 4 hours a morning instead of 1 free hour. Come and join us. Make a lot of money with us. Have a very blessed weekend. I will see everyone on Monday.